Welcome back. This is part 2 of creating a simple walk cycle inside Wik Animation. Alright, so in the last video I did 3 drawings, 3 poses. It's actually 2 poses. The contact pose here, the passing pose, which is the halfway point where the legs and arms are passing by each other, and then the finishing contact pose where the legs and arms will be flipped. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple of things here just for setup. Click up here on the editor. I'm going to go here to the editor tab and change the onion skinning to tint. I just like the way that that looks. I'll go back here to the project tab and click on apply. I'm going to bring back my reference layer, and we'll go ahead and let me get my brush settings here. Okay, so the first pose I'm going to be drawing today is going to be the down pose, and then we'll finish up with the up pose. So this will be kind of a quicker video. So I'm going to go ahead and go to frame 4, add a new frame, get my brush tool, and I'm going to go ahead and change my colors here, get to blue. I'm going to change the opacity to 50%, and I'm going to turn on pressure sensitivity since I've got a pen that can do that. All right, go ahead and zoom in here. All right, make sure I'm drawing on the right layer. Good. Okay, so a couple of just excuse me, observations. Make sure you draw the head and the waist circle first. I am, again, detaching the shoulder from the head to allow space for the neck, and also so that you can see the shoulder line rising and falling throughout the walk cycle, just for teaching purposes. So the way this tutorial is going to go, the way this mini project is going to go for my students is that we're basically just tracing here, right? Just to kind of learn the poses and get comfortable with it. And so you'll see here in the downward pose, the head, the waist are going down the furthest. The right leg is bending the most and taking the most weight. The arms will be going furthest out when we draw those in, so those will be coming out here like this and like that. Okay, let's move on to the highest pose, which is the up pose, which is going to be frame 10. So let's go ahead and get to frame 10. Make sure you add a frame and get that roughed in. One thing to note on this upward pose is that you can bend the toe just a little bit on this right leg here. It's a small little detail. We don't want it to be like floppy clown feet, but it's an important detail that we should incorporate into our final character. So, okay, let me hide the reference layer. Turn on onion skinning so people can see. So where I'd like to go with this whole project is that we've got the 5 most important poses right now. Next, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll add arms to these 5 poses, so that way we can really analyze and make sure that everything's working and feels right and looks right. Then after we get those done, then we'll go ahead and we'll put in the in-betweens. So these other poses that you saw with the reference layer, we'll take care of these floating heads and make sure we get bodies and arms in there as well. Then when we're done with that pass, then we can go ahead and start thinking about putting in our own character and making it more interesting than just this simplified character. and maybe add in some more squash and stretch and bounce and personality and actual character. All right, so this is it. I'm going to go ahead and play. Now the timing is not right because my first 4 poses you can see down here are lasting 3 or 4 frames. And then my very last pose is only lasting 1 frame. So the timing is off. But by watching this, you can get a general idea, is it working? You can see that the head is going down and then up in that nice curve. You can see the shoulder line going down and then rising, the waist doing the same, falling and rising, and then of course the bending of the knees. And this is something that you, as an animator, you want to watch. And really each time you watch it, you want to watch and observe a different body part. So you can really just kind of take it in and see if it's working, if it feels right, and if not, you can go back and make those changes right away. Okay, all right, I hope this helps you out. I will see you next time. Thanks, everyone.